guys, welcome back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I am bringing you my no makeup look. I'm talking about my 2014 Best in Skincare. I did my Best in Beauty and I tried to do this one a few times, had some technical difficulties, so I just decided to restart the whole thing and sleep on it and wake up and do this another day. And I think it's worked out better. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a long one, again, just like my beauty one was, because I'm trying to cover a whole year's worth of favorites. So yeah, grab yourself some coffee or hot cocoa or some water, because that's good for your skin. And yeah, get into this. So to give you a little background on my skin type, I have very dry to combination skin. Throughout the last year, I had a lot of unsolicited comments and little mentionings about my skin, and I was kind of self-conscious about it because I had also been noticing it, but I was kind of like, well, maybe I'm just my own worst critic. But when I started getting comments from people, then I started to really take a look at it for, skincare wise, not just how to cover it up with makeup, because it doesn't really matter how much you spend on makeup, how much, time or how many tools you use. If your canvas that you're putting it on, if you're not confident in that, or if it's not healthy or not where you want it to be, it's not going to look as good as you will ever want it to. So that being said, it was kind of what led me to this last year of trying to discover my new skin regimen. And I also am in my mid-20s, so I wanted to start something more anti-aging. So if you're in that crowd demographic, that's also what I'm going to be talking about. And so I just kind of incorporated a whole new skin regimen in the last year, and it really has made a huge difference in my skin. I can tell I'm just more confident in it. I would have never gone bare skin like this in front of YouTube anyway. Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of one of those people that sometimes I don't care at all, and then other times I have days where I'm just like, I don't want to go out, but I don't know. It just depends on my mood and the day and the time of the month, I guess, too. So yeah. That's kind of my journey and where I started with this last 2014 skincare year. And yeah, we'll just get into some of my favorites for dry to combination / oily. I've seen many other reviews with people who claim to have oily skin use almost all of these products and had no trouble with it. So I think this goes for pretty much everyone. It's pretty universal. So yeah. So to take off my eye makeup, I've been using the Clinique Take Off the Day Makeup Remover for the lids, lashes, and lips. I like this because I love lip stains, because I have small lips and I hate reapplying. I like this because you can use it on the lips and the eyes, and it's just, I don't know, it just does a really good job. And it's ophthalmologist tested. I wear contacts, just clear contacts, not colored, because I'm blind as a bat, and so this is really good for people that wear contacts too, because it doesn't sting or, I don't know. I've just tried a bunch, drugstore, high-end, even more expensive than this, and this one's my favorite. So the Clinique Take Off the Day is the winner for that. And then another thing I started this year is I started using makeup wipes. And I tried that in the past, like when I was traveling, I would only use them whenever I was on the go. And I just never really liked them since I have dry skin. A lot of them were really acidic or just kind of drying, and I just never liked makeup wipes until, of course, I was following YouTubers, and this wipe kept coming up in their favorites, so I gave it a shot, and I'm addicted. I use these twice a day, every day. I don't go to sleep with my makeup on ever anymore because of this, and so I take my makeup off with the wipe first, and then I cleanse it. And I find that that's just been the most effective way of really cleaning out my pores, and just I get the best results that way. And plus, it's so relaxing. This is the Pond's Evening Soothe with chamomile and white tea. You get a pack of 30. I probably go through 2 of these a month, and they're like $4 or $5. So yeah, this is what I use to take off my makeup, and I really like it. And then next, I'm moving on to devices that I've used this year. Okay, so both of these items were either gift items or items that I used my Christmas or birthday money on, because they're both a little expensive. So I started last May. I got the Mia 2 Clairsonic, and I love this with the sensitive brush head. I would not recommend any other brush head with it at all. I don't care what your skin type is, what you're dealing with, use the sensitive head. It's just less invasive and intrusive for your skin. But yeah, just my 2 cents, take it or leave it. But the Clarisonic is the first thing that really was like a game changer for my routine. And then I'd heard a review on another device that I used some of my Christmas money on. It was on my wish list, but this is the Ferrero Luna Mini. Now they have a larger one, it's about the size of my hand, but I don't know, I have small features, so this to me is just enough. And I use this to cleanse my face as well. The pros and cons of these devices, I like both of them. I think both of them are really effective. I think this is a little less abrasive and a little more for those that, I don't know, maybe have sensitive skin. This is good for sensitive skin as well if it's really congested. So I still go in with this like once a week or a couple times a month and get a good like exfoliating cleanse. But this is what I felt comfortable using morning and night. This one I tried to use twice a day, like in my morning routine and night, and I quickly regretted it. So, it's got a neat little charging system. It's completely submergible, so you can take it in the shower and wash it. That's what you like to do. Both of these are safe for that. This one you do have to repurchase the brush heads, which I'll show you. They come right off. You're supposed to replace it about every 3 months. It'll kind of get like your toothbrush gets with your, it starts to fray a little bit. This one's still pretty good. But yeah, so it comes, you can wash this and wash the brush head itself. But you can get into a good spot clean. If you see this part in the middle turns, that part does pop out, and you can pop that right here and just do like a really small area like your nose. So this is really great for like a full-on detail job on your face. Ferrero Luna Mini has been extremely helpful in the wintertime with my dry skin because it's got little nubbies, they're really soft, extremely gentle on my skin, and you don't have to replace any brush heads. It's got like a 2-year warranty. Both of them do have pretty good warranties, so if anything happens, you're covered. And you push this little button right in here, and it's got 2 speeds, the deep cleansing and then the sensitive or normal. In the back of the Luna Mini, this one is for like deep cleansing pores, a little bit more of a trouble area where you have a lot of blackheads, but you just wash your face normally with this part right here. So I just put soap on it and kind of like a little stone. I just like it. And then it's also really compact. Like it's mini and cute, so it's easy to travel with. I've only charged mine once, and I've been using it for over 2 months now. So it says on their website you can get up to like 300 washes without it. It just depends on what mode you put it on and how long you use it for. It is timed like the Clarisonic where you have like a minute, so you do like 20 seconds here, 20 seconds here, 10 and 10. So I've seen reviews of people that have owned it for like 4 years and they love it and swear by it. So I love them both for different reasons. I think I've designated this for a daily to nightly only, but in the summertime, and then just a couple times a month during the wintertime, and then this is my day and night for the wintertime. So those are the devices that I use, and I've really, really been enjoying. And I'll put links to everything that I'm mentioning down below if I can find the link for them, so that you can go on their website and do your own research and figure out what is the best investment for you and your skincare and what you need. So yeah, moving on to the cleansers that I've used in the last 3 or so months. I kind of bought into the hype of the Purity Made Simple by Philosophy face wash, and I don't regret it at all. It's also an Allure 2012 Reader Choice Award-winning face oil cleanser, but it's a one-step, deep, cleans pores, hydrates, melts away makeup. It's got natural oils and it's fragrance-free, which is good for people like me who don't like a lot of fragrance. So if you don't like that, that's good. And yeah, so try this out. You can get this in a small little travel size, and I did that and I ended up loving it, so I invested in this guy when I had a coupon at Sephora or something for like 20% off your whole purchase, so I got that one at a discount. So I figured I might as well go and get the big size because I already know that I love it. And my skin responded really well, and it wasn't too harsh. It doesn't strip my skin of too much oil. But that being said, I've also been using Josie Maran or Maran. I'm not sure how to say it. If you know, tell me in the comments below. Feel free to correct me because I'd love to know. All YouTubers say a lot of brands differently. So I've been into her Argan oil 100% just for the drops on your face or your hair or your elbows. That's probably top skincare product for the last 2 years maybe. But she has an Argan cleansing oil. And I don't know why I never thought of this before, but in the last 3 months or so, I've been mixing about a drop or two of this cleansing oil with my Purity Made Simple. So I'll put in like my little swab of that, and then I'll just put like 1 or 2 drops of the cleansing oil, and I'll go in with my face. And it has made a huge difference in my skincare. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but adding something that's oil-based cleansing to your regular cleansing in the wintertime, especially if you're in the middle of one of those major ice storm blizzards or just you're in a dry, windy area, it's such a good idea. It keeps the skin looking fresh, and when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that like immediate, like, I don't know. If you have dry skin, you know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't feel good. When I use this at night, I just feel like my skin is like, thank you. So a lot of people with oily skin may not want to use this. It's your preference. I've heard, I'm not an esthetician or a dermatologist, but I have heard that even if you have oily skin, it's good to put oil on it, like argan oil or save oil, because when you're producing too much oil, your body is out of sync and it's thinking, okay, we're not making enough, so it overproduces it. So if you're hydrating it continually and you're adding oils back into it, it will eventually get the message like, hey, we don't need to make so much oily. So you may still be oily because that's just your skin type or however your pH is in the rest of your body, but it won't be as bad and it'll be much healthier for your skin than just using really drying products. So again, summertime, all the time, anytime. This is more of a winter time too, if I'm just having a dry day or if I'm going out of town. I have family in Colorado. Hey guys. In Texas, North Texas. Hello. This is something I've been, I know that I'll be taking with me to help with the travel, because traveling dries your skin out, flying dries your, all that just dries your skin out, and I cannot wait to give this a whirl because I love the just regular oil that you put over your skin after you wash your face by Josie Maran. So she does amazing product. She looks so youthful, and yeah, I just really stand by what she does. Okay, so those are my 2 main cleansers that have been like 2 thumbs up for my skin, and again, this is after trying many different cleansing and sampling different products and things like that. So moving on to exfoliating, which I used to think was just like a once a month type of deal, but it turns out I was using way too abrasive of an exfoliator, and you're actually supposed to mildly exfoliate several times a week if you have dry skin. It just depends on your own preference, but to be healthy, at least once a week you should be exfoliating your skin. Did not know that. I was doing it like maybe once a month, and my skin would break out the next day and be like, see, this is why I don't exfoliate. And so, but if you do it more routinely, then your skin will thank you and appreciate it and not have to purge so much when you do. It just keeps your pores less congested, and if your pores are less congested, they're not going to appear as big in pictures or when you do your makeup. So it's a little tip. You can't scientifically shrink your pores. If anyone tells you that, or if you read it on a product, they're lying or misleading you. You can contract them, make them smaller that way, but you can't technically shrink pores. But if you keep them less congested or there's not any dirt in them, then they will look less apparent. So that's what exfoliating will do. But I've gone through a couple, and I use them at different times depending on how dry my skin is. For the winter time, I've loved the Mario Badescu Almond and Honey Non-Abrasive Scrub. I love the smell of this. I know I said I don't like fragrances, but it smells like oatmeal, which is more of a natural thing. It also smells like the Jergens back in the day, like the 90s, where they had one scent and it smelled like black cherry or something. It smells like that and oatmeal together. But it comes in a tub like this. It's very thick. And you just need a little bit. And the chunks in this are a little bigger, but there's less of them. So you can really get a hydrating exfoliant out of this. And it's really inexpensive. I get these from Ulta, or you can get them off Amazon. And most of Mario Badescu products, our skincare line, is just extremely affordable and well worth it. If you're someone that gets into like skincare and you're all like one brand with that skincare, like all Clinique or whatnot, then the Environ is a really good skincare line that I recommend for that. But this is good because you can also use it as a spot treatment. So if I have an incoming, face demon, I will put a little bit on that spot and use it like an acne treatment. So it's good for a mask or spot treatment, which is, I like when things have multifunctions. So I love the Clinique exfoliating scrub. It's really good for once or twice a week, and it's pretty inexpensive. This one's lasted me several months, and I've barely gone through it because I just use a little bit at a time. I don't know if you can spot treat with this. I'm sure you could, but I just know that I can with that one, so I do. But yeah, so any of the three that I just mentioned, or any exfoliant for that matter, I would not recommend using with the Clarisonic Mia or any kind of cleansing device other than your hands and maybe a washcloth. But yeah, so it cleans 6 times deeper, and so does the Clarisonic with the way that the bristles rotate per second. So putting that with your exfoliator would be horrible for your skin, like just would tear it up. So I don't recommend that at all. I would just use the cleansing devices with a soap that you, or a face cleanser. Don't use it with anything too abrasive. With my anti-aging obsession that I've had since I was like 15 years old, it's been selective though. There's been some things that I've done that I'm like, this cannot be good for my skin, but get them anyway. I can probably undo it later, hopefully. If not, oh well, it's just part of my journey and my story to tell people one day when I get sunspots or whatever. But I've been loving Peter Thomas Roth in general. His skincare line has also been one of my favorites in the last 2 years or so. So I use 2 things for under my eye, and I rotate these out. This is one that I use pretty much every morning and night, and I have for about 3 months, well, since September and it's January. So October, November, December, 4 months. And it still lasts me that long. I love this. I'm so scared. I think that it's discontinued. I got it on sale, which is always a risk, but I was like, well, it was originally like $60 and it was on sale for $20, so I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. And so it's the Instant Un-Wrinkle Smooth and Fill Expression Lines and Pores for astonishing results in seconds. But I put a small little dab of this on my ring finger, which is how you want to apply any kind of eye cream or anything with your eye, including makeup, because it's your softest touch, and the skin around your eyes is actually 40% thinner than the rest of your skin on your face. So keep that in mind when you're going in and rubbing your eyes, because it's a lot harder to correct that kind of wrinkling. His other product, which is more easily found and good for different reasons. I like this one when I'm really, really dry or whatever, because it's a little thicker. That's more like a silky fluid. This is like a gel, like eye cream. But it is his, let's see, Anti-Aging Cellular Eye Repair. It's got a bunch of firming agents in it, and I will put this just like a tab it on my ring fingers and just press that right around here. This is one you want to keep off your actual eye area. This other one's a little more forgiving if you gotta get out of bounds with that, but this one you want to keep just strictly right around here, and then go in and out for the wrinkle and eye cream. Then after I wash my face or exfoliate and then I put my eye cream on, I always put something to bring moisture back into my skin before I put on a moisturizer. Then I go in with the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herb, and rose water. This stuff is incredible. My whole life, I, grew up with my mom. Hi, Mom. She sold Avon and Mary Kay my whole life, and I actually used to think that the little mini lipsticks that were samples were like child size makeup. So, anyway, the skincare was always, wash your face and then use a toner. I never liked using a toner, and I don't know why. I still don't, and maybe that's wrong, but I don't know. My skin does not like toners. After having dry skin and everything and you wash your face, you want to put some moisture back into it before you put on your cream moisturizer. Because what your moisturizer is doing is basically locking in whatever moisture you have on your skin, or your oils will do the same thing. So if you just wash your face and it's like as dry as the desert, then it's not really going to be as beneficial. But if you use a facial spray or the Evian water or anything, which I used to think was like ridiculous, like just splash some water on your face, but there are things in these that work, and this is only $7, and I've gone through 2 of these in a year, so they last a long time, and I use this in the morning and at night. And then my next moisturizer segment is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel Hydrating. It's the step 3 in another skincare, but I love this moisturizer. It doesn't burn, it doesn't sting, it doesn't clog my pores or get overly oily or dry during the day. And it's a gel, so I just feel like it lays my makeup on nicer when I'm putting stuff over top of it. And yeah, so I love this. I've got the travel size. This is the bigger size, and I've loved this for about a year now. And so after I've cleansed and moisturized, it's time to repair and prevent breakouts. So if you don't go and get anything that I've mentioned except for one thing, and I were to press that thing, it would be this. And this is something I found out through my friend Kayla. Hi, Kayla. She used to work at a very high-end spa, and I actually met the representative for Pure Fiji, and he told me all about the product. And at the time, I'd actually burned my finger on the clipless wand. That's when I first got it about 2 years ago, and I was very new, and I didn't wear the glove like you're supposed to, and I had put it on a little too long, and I burned the crap out of my finger. So I had a huge burn mark, and it was stinging and just a lot of pain, and I'd been putting Neosporin on it for about a week, and it wasn't really going away. So, and it was kind of too big to just like let it air dry on a day-to-day basis. I had to cover it up. So